While everyone may support the concept of a vibrant public transportation system, how much are you willing to pay for it? We're not talking about the fares, but however, the amount that we all pay in sales tax that currently provides the bulk of the greater Cleveland RTA's funding, because they're about to ask Cuyahoga County voters for more. Our John Kostick was at that meeting today and spoke with voters, and he breaks down the argument for and against the proposal.
Our system will degrade over time the longer that we wait.
The question before the RTA Board of Trustees wasn't whether to ask Cuyahoga County voters for more money through an increase in the county's sales tax, but rather when and how much. The RTA announced earlier this year a 12% cut to services to close a $78 million deficit.
Fund transit now! Fund transit now!
After rider pushback, that was reduced to a 3% cut, but RTA is looking at more cuts to come. That's why some say they needed to put the sales tax ask before voters this November.
Right now, we're looking at service cuts coming up pretty soon here. I think it's a big mistake to wait until next year.
With early voting starting in less than 3 months, others argue that doesn't allow much time to make their case to the public.
Rushing it, I don't think will allow us to get our message out as well in 26.
So the decision was made to wait until May of 2027 to ask voters for either a 0.25% or 0.5% hike in the sales tax, which would be added to the 8% people already pay, which is the highest in the state. We've highlighted in the past how many in Cleveland, where the bulk of services are provided, say they would support the ask.
I think that the RTA doesn't ask for much. I think they do a great job, and if this is going to help them do a better job, then there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. A little increase isn't going to do anything. RTA is pretty important. People depend on it.
But what about in the outer ring suburbs like Strongsville? John says it will be a no for him.
Pretty much taxed out. I'm a senior, don't use the buses, so it's at 8% now. I wouldn't want to go any higher.
Mary, though, says she'll listen to their pitch.
I'm not sure. I'd have to really look into it. But I know it's great to have the buses. People really need transportation.
So you're open to hear what they have to say?
Yes.
More than 75% of the RTA's funding already comes from a 1% sales tax overwhelmingly approved by voters in 1975. But that was when the county sales tax was only 4%. This one, Terry says, will be a tougher sell. To win him over, he wants to know of plans to fix the problems, not throw money at them.
It's just that they're trying to keep the status quo, and I think there needs to be some fundamental changes to the way that they're doing business.
Arguments the RTA will now have 10 months to make. In Cleveland, John Kostick, News 5.